I build a business that pays me between 50 to 100K in profit every single month, without sales teams, without sales calls, and without any complicated funnels. And I did all of that from a small, beautiful little country called Tunisia, working maybe between 15 to 20 hours at a really busy week. But this video isn't about getting rich. I'm not here to show you how to make millions. I'm not gonna flex on you with cars, apartments, watches. This is not that. This is about something else. To me, being rich is about only one thing: time. Being able to choose who do I spend my time with and what do I spend my time doing. Waking up every single day knowing that today belongs to me. That is rich. Not the number in the bank account, but how free is your calendar. I'm married. I've been with my wife for the last 5 years, married for the last 3. I've helped her build her own business while building mine. We spend all of our days together, and we sure as hell do not miss a single moment because of a fucking Zoom call. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's what I was really chasing. And that's what I end up building and still building to this moment. But none of this started here. It started where most coaches and educators really start, and where most of the gurus told me I should be doing. And it almost broke me. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what went wrong, what I've changed, and how you can build a salesless dream business if you sell info, coaching, or services. So when I first started coaching, I did what absolutely everyone else told me to do: create content, build an audience, get as many people on sales calls, and close them. I mean, it's simple, it's logical, and believe it or not, it is a proven model. It works. It works so good that I was good at it. Like really good at it. I came from a sales background, so I know what sales are really like. I've done 8+ years in-person one-to-many sales, selling companies for an exit. So when I got introduced to this really logical proven model, it didn't feel too weird or too new to me. It was just sell, but one-to-one. And I closed over 700K in new cash collected on the phone. 30 to 40% close rate on average. And that's high. Most of these coaches dream to actually get these numbers. But here's what nobody fucking talks about. I was miserable, really miserable. 15 to 30 calls every single week. Every single call took between 45 to 70 minutes. And that's actually putting a lot of effort into that call. And it drained me. It drained my energy. Every single call drained me so much to the point where I couldn't do anything else on the day that I had calls. Repeating the same pitch, handling the same objections, and the worst part of all, trying to convince people that they were really never going to buy anyways. So let me break down the numbers, because it's actually really important to give you some context here. At the lowest is 15 calls a week, 45 minutes per call. That's 11 hours of just talking every week. That is not just the 11 hours of talking to the prospect. Obviously, you have the chasing in the DMs, the following up, the rescheduling if they ghost you, because most of them will, and the mental altitude to get into that energy of having and sustaining a good exchange on every single call, because it's important, which is almost impossible to do because we're human. So even if you're gonna do the first 2 or 3 calls properly, you will be drained faster than you think, and that comes out at your energy. So that's realistically between 20 to 25 hours every single week on just the sales process. And around 70 to 75% of those calls, which is the market average, never become clients. They were either just looking, window shopping, or they gotta think about it, or they have to speak to their spouse before they decide, and many, many other things that we know, me and you, they were just never going to buy anyways. They're tire kickers. And nothing wrong with tire kickers. They just drain you, empty your energy, and waste your most valuable asset, which is time. Time that you could be using elsewhere. And we'll get there in a minute. You're spending around 15 to 18 hours every single week to people that will end up telling you no. That is a lot of time to hear a rejection. So if my time was worth around $500 an hour as a coach, and if let's say you're charging high ticket, around on average $8,000 per offer, that's $32,000 a month wasted, and around $200K plus per year. you know what's crazy? The money isn't even the worst part. The worst part of this model is what it does to your life. I couldn't take a vacation. I couldn't take any time off. I couldn't be able to build the type of content that I was meant and wanting to build. I couldn't even get sick without the pipeline dying. I couldn't be fully present with my wife because I was always on the go trying to think about the next call that's coming up. And the amount of stress that I was having, whether, oh, I should close, I should get this person enrolled. And then I moved away from the most important part of what got me into coaching, which is working with amazing people. So there's this thing that happens when you end up building a call-based business. You almost start resenting the same thing that pays you. You wake up every day, you check your calendar, oh, there's 3 calls today. And then your stomach drops. I don't know about you, but I got to a point where if I know that I have a call, 2, 3, even if 1 call throughout my entire day, the rest of my calendar is fucked. I wouldn't be able to create, to focus on anything else. My full attention would be solely focused on just those calls. So my entire day would be summed by those calls that I would be jumping, because I would invest a lot of energy into talking to these people that they didn't even pay me. And I got to a point where I realized I'm not building a business here. I'm just building a golden job where I'm trapped to it and it's not working around my life. And the fucked up part about this is the better you get, the worse it becomes. I get to a point where I was winning on paper, but I was actually losing internally. Losing from the eyes of no one else can be able to see, because when you see at the exchange of what's happening outside, oh, he's booking calls, he's making money, he's getting clients, he must be in a really good place. But I wasn't. So I did what the guru said to do next, which is, if you're capped because you're doing too many sales calls, you should go and you hire a sales team. Closers, setters, and you just manage these people, right? It made sense. I mean, you go and you hire people so you can remove yourself from the entire sales process, and then you win your time back to be able to do other things, right? Wrong. You would hire those people, and then you would spend double the times that you were spending on sales calls now managing these people, going on the sales process, checking the recordings, making sure that you're taking care of the entire team properly. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I am not the kind of person that would be great at managing people, and I'm okay with that. Because again, I was running away from what could drain my energy, and I straight up jumped into the thing that drains your energy the most, which is people. And on top of that, the profit margins got destroyed. So even if it made some sense before, now it's certainly not the case. When you're solo, you almost keep everything. When you have a team, you have payroll, commissions, softwares, and so on and so forth. And I said, fuck that. I didn't start the business to be a fucking manager. I don't want that. So I completely reshifted the entire process. And I built something around freedom, impact, and clarity. A business model that allows you to go fully salesless. From a guy that did so many sales calls, from a guy that made a lot of objection handling, a lot of hands-on sales, 8+ years in sales, I went salesless. And here's exactly what happened. I looked around, I checked the entire process, and I realized that there are around 4 all the way to 8 steps that the prospect has to go through in order for them to see an offer and tell me yes or no. So I was wondering, what if you can just create content that simply goes straight into an offer that helps them decide whether this is for them or not for them? Too simple, too plain. There's no way this would work. Well, I spoke to absolutely anyone. I've heard the exact same theory that I'm not sure who brought it up, but it's in my nature that I question things and I question statements. And the theory was, you can never sell high ticket above 5K if you don't jump on a call and you speak with the person one-on-one. But then it got me wondering, people are paying up to $170,000 for a Tesla car straight on the website. They don't jump on any calls. People buy thousands, 20,000 and more worth of Apple MacBooks and products straight on the website with a simple checkout link and just seeing the features. They don't jump on any calls. So I've rebuilt everything from scratch. No calls, no teams, and no complicated funnels. Just a complete, clear system that solely relies on being salesless, and you take a complete stranger onto multiple steps so they can become a client at a high ticket price without ever having to be there or talk to them before they pay me. And I called it the 7-figure salesless model. The traffic comes in, some conversion mechanisms in place, lead them straight to an offer page or an offer doc, money comes out. The results? $476K in 18 months. Best month at $108,000 with 90% profit margin. I had no calls, no sales teams, just me, an editor, and a VA. And now you must be wondering, oh, maybe you got lucky, or maybe you had certain advantages that maybe someone else wouldn't have to be able to achieve this. I was wondering the same, but then my clients started seeing wins similar to mine. A sales coach, a guy that literally teaches people how to close, hit 38K in a single month with the salesless system. Just traffic, straight to an offer page. Another client went from 2K a month to 49K in cash collected in 1 month. Again, without a single sales call. Same person, the same skills, different results. I had another client, had 847 followers on Instagram and less than 50 subscribers on YouTube. And he made 14K in new cash collected 4 weeks after implementing the system. Let me actually show you how does this system work. The salesless system can be broken into 3 phases, and I'm going to share and explain each phase with shit that you can actually use by the end of this video. And if you want the whole system in one single page, from complete cold to sold, in ridiculous amounts of details, you can actually find the link in the description to get the 7-figure salesless map. Phase 1, create and educate. This is your content, and this is not the content that most coaches are actually creating, nor what the gurus are telling you to create. Most coaches are creating content to get followers and views. Followers and views don't pay the rent. Buyers do. And believe it or not, there's a huge difference between content that makes money and content that goes viral. And I really simplify it in a manner of viral content attracts people with a lot of time and little to no money. But content that attracts buyers, it's attracting people with little time and a lot of money. And those people are the people you want to be attracting. People that have got the cash and the resources to spend to fix the problem they have. And they don't have much time to go through hours and hours of content in order for them to be able to solve their problem and go to whatever solution state they're wishing to get to. Here's the 3 things that you need to create this type of content. Number 1, you need to identify the problem or the neck bleeding pain that your dream prospects have and describe it better than they can. If somebody watches your content and they feel like, holy shit, this person understands and gets my pain better than anyone else I've ever seen before, it's almost coming out in plain words, they would be blown away, which instantly creates trust, and trust allows them to invest a little bit more time within your content. And if you noticed, this is what I did at the beginning of this video. I described to you the pain of the sales calls, the math, the proof, the examples, and how fucking terrible it is to wake up to a full-ass calendar that leads to no cash. And if you've been there, you would feel it. And even if you haven't, and you're working towards it, then you would definitely see and understand my point. Number 2, you need to explain to them why they have this problem. You see, if you watch most of the content that goes viral or gets attention, if people speak about the pain, people will come. It's not that rocket science. However, if you do not explain why people are stuck or why they're not able to solve that problem and move to the solution, then it wouldn't make sense for them to be introduced to a solution. And this is what most coaches really fuck up. They jump straight into telling what the solution is before explaining why are they even stuck. Why are they not able to move away from the problem even on their own? The why is actually crucial. It's not your fault. It is what the guru said. It is the circumstances, the situation they're in, what they've been taught wrong. Remove the blame off of them. And that shifts it onto what they're doing, not who they are, which then sets them perfectly into a new solution, aka system, or a method that you can introduce. 3, show them what's possible. No hype. Not that you can make amazing money, great results, get the best 6-packs, freaking become the happiest person on this planet. No, real, authentic experiences and results with proof. Real timelines, authentic results, examples, situations. The more specific with your results, the better and real it will actually be. And it will be more motivational for people to listen and hear it so they can be able to relate to you and actually give you the time of day to use your system. When you do these 3 things within your content and you fully package every piece towards speaking about a problem, why they're stuck within the problem, and what type of proof to show them what's possible if they solve it, then it almost becomes like every single piece of content. It's a real estate that you create and you have it almost sell for you as a freaking in-person closer. And then 2 things really happen. The first is that people will show up pre-sold. They would get to a point where they would know more about what you do and what you sell and how they can relate to wanting to work with you without really convincing them. Because if you feel the need to convince someone and jump on a call to speak with them and try to be a freaking sales ninja, right? To get them to say a yes. 1, I don't think it's ethical. 2, they would not be the best type of client. You would be surprised. The best type of people that you can work with are the people that they can make that decision fully on just seeing what the offer is and being sold on you as the person that they're going to work with. They get to a point where they just need to know the details of what they can get when they buy and the price. And I know that you've heard this probably prior, but your content can do the selling. If your marketing is so good, then your sales would go salesless. And if you're going super hard on the sales and you're feeling like you're giving too much one-on-one attention, you're chasing after a lot of people, convincing a lot, having to be forced to jump on a call to be able to sell someone something, it's because your marketing is suffering. Phase number 2, invite and convert. This is the actual system that replaces the sales call step. And it's broken down to 2 pieces. Number 1, it's lead magnets. And number 2, it's the offer page. Most people think that with lead magnets, it's all about getting as many email subscribers as possible and get that list to be huge, right? Numbers game. Wrong. The lead magnet game is a filters game. You want specific lead magnets that would indicate that the people who want those lead magnets are people who are ready to move forward, not broke people or tire kickers or people that really have no money to spend and a lot of time to actually invest. A great lead magnet would give enough value, something they can instantly use, not to tease or not to bait, but it also qualifies them. Lead magnet that actually converts in a beautiful way is a lead magnet that shows your dream prospect where they are, where they wish to be, and what the gap is, and then simply positions the offer as the bridge to fill in that gap. And if you're curious, what the hell are these lead magnets? What could be the examples of them? I have literally 5. One of them is the beautiful sales list map, but you can check all of the 5 lead magnets in the link in the description. Feel free to steal them, copy them, do whatever you want. Most of the people that end up copying my stuff, they end up buying from me and then implementing the process properly so they can be able to go and make money on their own. So if you want to copy, go ahead. But all of these lead magnets would lead to one thing, which is the offer page. And the offer page, it's everything. Think about what does a sales call do. What do you do when you jump on a sales call? You go through discovery, you understand where does the prospect sit, where they at, what is the problem they have, what have they tried in the past, what are they looking to get to, what is the gap, what are the objections, how much are they investing, what are they looking to get to, setting expectation, qualifying, filtering, helping them make a decision, reinforcing that decision, and showing them where to buy. An offer page does all of those things better than you can ever be. Why? One, because it's consistent. It's the same fucking offer page. The words are the same, they say the same shit, it's clear, it's direct, and I don't know about you, but it helps have someone look at it 5 times and be able to easily understand everything without you having to describe it perfectly. Number 2, it protects your ass, because when something happens that the client, when they enroll, does not agree with or is not happy with, or it goes against what you've already set for them to expect, when that happens, well, you always protect it because they've read through a doc, they've made that call on their own, and they've seen the entire process in front of them. Everything is documented. So not only now is it clear, like more clear to communicate, but also it protects you long term. And guess what? It doesn't get tired. It doesn't have girlfriend issues. It doesn't have husband issues. It doesn't need coffee. It doesn't need a fucking vacation. Like, you can rely on an offer page to do most of the heavy lifting that these sales closers are not able to. My absolute favorite client, her name is Kelsey. You would find her case study in my channel. She found one of my lead magnets and she downloaded it, and then she contacted me via email. She messaged me, emailed me, but I didn't get back to her. She went and looked at the offer. She bought, and when she bought and got enrolled, she was so nervous. She had no clue. Like, what did she do? Why did she find herself following all these steps and buying? But she said to me this, and I will always remember this. She said, if I am a CEO, a mom of 3, super skeptical, super difficult to buy, and I go through this process seamlessly while you don't even have that big of an audience or brand already, and I found the ease and trust to be able to pay you $12K all at once, then I would want that system to be implemented from my business. And 4 weeks later, she collected her first $40K or $49K from a single dumbass PDF that has the offer in Canva, by the way, because she didn't like a simple doc. She wanted to go with Canva. And she did no calls, no DMs, no chasing, just simple traffic to lead magnets to an offer page. And you might be wondering at this point, this sounds way too damn simple. Well, either we got all lucky or we've got something that's working. And if you're curious, what does the actual offer page look like? Well, I have the 20K offer template. It has the exact details. You can grab it, link in the description as well, and it can tell you exactly how to build your own offer page so you can be able to go salesless and start selling 20K plus offer without any sales calls. Phase 3, transform your clients. This is the delivery and the scale, and it's not the kind that you are expecting. Everything I just showed you so far, the content, the lead magnets, the offer page, they absolutely all work without you. So how do you actually deliver to your clients without having to spend a lot of one-on-one time? Well, first and foremost, I completely cut out the check-ins, the one-on-one calls, because 2 things. 1, your clients hate them and they don't need them. And number 2, you hate them and calls again drain you. So when you're working with your clients as a coach, as a mentor, as a consultant, you are looking to provide them with quick feedback, telling them what's next and helping them understand where they're at and what they need to do in the next stage. That's it. And you do not need to do so with jumping on a half an hour or an hour call. I just completely took that away, and you can take that away as well. And you need to position it properly so it comes out as if it's a way to get your clients faster results instead of having to be a dick about it and be like, you know what, I'm cutting out the check-in calls because they drain me. Don't be that guy or girl. position it as if it's something that helps them get results, because guess what? It really does. Why does it help them get faster results? Because they can ask you on a specific thing they need. You can take your time, get back to them with an in-depth reply about exactly what they need. And you can send them a video if needed, or you can just tell them with a voice note, hey, you're in here, here's the problem. All I want you to do is to go and do A, B, C. That's it. Don't do anything else. Do these 3 things and come back to me. And that's what brought all of my clients the best results. When you step in, tell them the problem, and then give them the next 1 to 3 big things they need to get done, and then get back to you. So that's the entire system, really. That's the 7-figure salesless system. You create content, you send them to a lead magnet, you build automations in the background to help lead people to a conversion mechanism, and then you direct them into an offer page that does most of the selling for you. When you do work with your clients one-on-one, you simply allow them to give you the chance to tell them what to do, and they trust your process, and you take away all of the unnecessary weird hours that lead to nothing but wasting time. Listen, I'm not here to be a guru. I'm not here to be famous. I give less of a shit about being famous or being known. I'm just a guy from Tunisia. By the way, if you don't know it, go search it. It's a beautiful country. I figured out a way to create an amazing life, a business around myself, around my married life, around how I want my life to look like, being able to be rich in time, not just rich in cash, and really have the options to build the life that I want for myself and my family. And my mission here is to help you and help as many people get to that stage as well. And it all starts with you going salesless. If this sounds like something that you want to achieve and something that you want to do, and you're curious about, okay, but what type of exact content should I be creating? Or what content does it lead to what conversion event? Then I speak about that in the video up here. You can click it and then you can enjoy yourself. Cheers.